chosen ones. You can feel it deep down, can't you? The shift that's been slowly building is no longer quiet. What's been hidden is coming out. That heavy feeling you've carried for so long, that tiredness that never seemed to go away, it wasn't just in your head. While you were struggling, they were building their empires off of your back, using your spirit, your energy, your light. And while they lived large, you were left in the shadows, worn out, ignored, almost like you never mattered. But now, everything's turning around. They thought they could keep winning forever. They thought they could keep feeding off your shine, but they were wrong, very wrong. For ages, history has been full of stolen greatness. We see massive buildings and powerful symbols, but no one talks about the people who actually made them. The ones who gave everything, blood, sweat, and energy, but were never mentioned. Just like you, but this time, things are different. This time, those who were overlooked are finally being seen. Not by people, but by a greater force that doesn't miss anything. And it's making sure everything is corrected. Every kingdom built from lies is breaking apart. Every fake success built by draining others is shaking. They thought they were on top, wearing fake smiles, holding fake pride. But what's not real always falls apart.
真没想到把这个蜗牛清洗篮放在水槽里面洗水果。
Real always falls apart. Karma isn't sleeping. It's been getting ready, waiting for the perfect moment. That moment is here. Truth always wins. Always. They built shiny homes on stolen foundations, thinking they'd last forever. But those homes are cracking, because what's fake can't hold up when the truth shows up. And now the storm is loud. You can hear it in your soul. This isn't just some soft little tap on the shoulder. It's the ground breaking under their feet, like a tree that's grown tall by choking everything around it, a tree that blocked the light from others. But storms rip trees like that right out of the ground. They can't stay standing forever. Truth is like fire. It burns through lies, no matter how deep they're buried. You don't need to go get revenge. You don't have to chase after payback. It's already happening. What they built by draining your energy is falling apart, bit by bit, and there's no stopping it. Their fake wealth, their titles, their control, it's all going up in smoke. And what's coming next? It's strong. It's real. It's built from something that lasts, from the truth. This isn't just some simple comeback story. This is bigger. It's cosmic. It's like watching a giant painting finally being finished, and every part of it screams justice. Their fall won't be quiet. It'll be seen. It'll be heard. It'll feel like poetry, the kind that hits you right in the chest. What they thought would last forever is about to disappear like it was never real. All that pride they carried will melt away like castles built from sand when the ocean hits. So hold your ground. Don't move. The energy they took from you, it was never meant to stay with them. The universe is fixing the scale. And when it brings balance, it doesn't whisper, it roars. You've been still long enough. It's your time. If you're truly ready to step into what's been waiting for you all along, let it be known. Make your voice heard. Pass this message on to someone who still doesn't see their own power, someone who's still trapped in the lies. If you're done being drained, done being played, and ready to watch fake kingdoms fall while you rise, speak up. Let the world know you're not backing down anymore. Now we begin. They stood tall on energy that wasn't theirs, looked powerful, impressive, untouchable. But what they never said out loud was that their entire empire was standing on something they never created. That something was you, your drive, your ideas, your love, your belief in them. They didn't grab it from you by force. No, they tricked you slowly. Quietly, so that you thought you were giving because you wanted to. You became the secret part of everything they built, while they stood in the spotlight, pretending they did it all on their own. Every win they celebrated, you were behind it. Every door that opened for them, your energy turned the key. Every time they walked around like they were unstoppable, It was your fire they were carrying. You helped them grow. You supported them, lifted them, stood beneath them while they acted like they never needed anyone. But the truth, they needed you. You didn't need them. What's built by taking from others can't stand forever, not even close. They wore the look of success, but they knew it wasn't real. Deep down, they were always afraid. Afraid you'd figure it out, that you'd see how much they took from you, that one day you'd stop holding them up, that one day you'd stop believing in them. And now, that day is here. The illusion is cracking, the mask is falling off, and they have nothing left to lean on, because everything they had came from you, and now you're not giving anymore. You were always the real power, always. And now that you're stepping back, they're falling fast. The foundation is shaking, and this time, there's nothing under them to keep them from crashing. Here's something the universe doesn't joke about. Energy. It's the most powerful thing there is. You can't make it out of nothing. You can't destroy it. And if you take it when you're not supposed to, you better believe it's coming back for payback. They didn't think of that. They thought they were being smart, taking from you, feeding on your spirit, using your motivation to build their goals. Like the universe wasn't watching. But it was. It always is. Energy remembers. Every time they took from you, it got recorded. Every time they made you feel small, every time they used your love for their benefit, it was written down in the invisible balance sheet of the universe. Now, the bill is due. And it's not just taking back what was stolen, it's coming back with interest. When you build your life on stolen strength, that strength gets taken back harder than it was given. That's the law, the real law. It's like putting together a puzzle with pieces that don't belong to you. It might look complete for a while, but it won't last. It can't. That's why things are falling apart for them now. They were never meant to keep what they took. The truth is, their so-called success was always on a timer. The countdown was ticking, even if they didn't hear it. Each step they took on that fake path was getting them closer to the edge. And now, they've reached it. Imagine building a whole house using someone else's electricity. The lights might shine for a bit, but once that power gets cut, everything goes dark. That's exactly what's happening to them now. What they thought was a permanent setup is crashing. They built their world using stolen energy, and that world is collapsing on itself. The system they made is broken. It can't handle the imbalance. The universe is stepping in, and it doesn't miss. This isn't about revenge. It's about things going back where they belong. What they took from you is returning. What they tried to build without permission is turning to dust. They're stuck in the same walls they thought would protect them. But now, those walls are falling in. Fast. They spent all their time taking. Now everything is being taken from them. The energy they pulled from you is making its way back. And this time, nothing can stop it. Karma. Not just a saying, not just a good idea. It's real, solid, unstoppable. It's the rule that no one can run from. Doesn't care how rich you are, doesn't care what mask you wear. It just watches, waits. And when the time is right, it strikes. And when it does, it doesn't hold back. They lied. They used. They took from you without ever thinking about the cost. But karma kept the score. And now, the time has come. See, karma isn't about making you feel better. It's about balance. They thought they could cheat it, trick it. But karma doesn't play games. It lets the fake climb high. Not because it wants them to win, but because the fall hurts more when it says from the top. That fall is here, and it's going to be loud, brutal, final. Everything they gained unfairly is falling apart, and no, they won't be able to fix it. When karma hits, it doesn't give you a second chance to rebuild fake things. It wipes the slate clean. What was fake is being removed. What was built on real energy, that's what will remain. That's you, their power. It was never real, just smoke and mirrors. And you were the real deal all along. Dear chosen ones, Your love and energy inspire us to keep creating content that speaks directly to your soul. If our words have ever moved you, helped you, or made you feel seen, you can show your support by tapping the super thanks button on your screen. And for those who want to go even deeper with us, we now have channel memberships available. Joining gives you exclusive access to deeper insights, early content, and a chance to be part of a growing community of awakened souls. Every bit of your support keeps this mission alive and reminds us why we started. Thank you for being the powerful presence that you are. Now let's get back into it. When real power steps in, it doesn't just destroy, it sets things right. What's happening now isn't just some chaotic collapse. It's not random. It's not unfair. It's a reset, a return to balance. Every piece of truth that was twisted, every part of you that was stolen, is being pulled out of the fake story they tried to build. It's all being cleared.
贷款条件不佳，贷款顾问协助培养信用，成功核贷70万元，信贷整合债务。当有资金需求，但自身信用、贷款条件不佳，申贷将不易过件。若贷款面临挑战，该如何应对，才能顺利取得资金？马上透过台湾理财通真实信贷案例，掌握关键技巧。新北 L 小姐在素食店上大夜班，但年资仅有3个月，因曾向银行申贷15万元后，发现贷款偿还困难，想借由民间贷款代办公司贷款，筹措资金整合债务。业者宣称可提供可贷50万元的手机贷款，但实际上仅核贷不到1/10的资金，不仅无法整合 L 小姐的债务，还再增添了一笔高利息债务。L 小姐尝试自行再向银行申办贷款，却因条件不佳而遭婉拒。无奈之下 ，L 小姐找上台湾理财通，希望透过专业分析顺利核贷。贷款顾问在评估 L 小姐的财务、信用状况，建议她先暂停申贷，并协助陪伴 L 小姐一步一步重新培养信用。在3个月后 ，L 小姐信用状况逐渐提高。这时再次送件申贷，运用贷款顾问规划的信贷方案，成功核贷70万元资金，不仅让 L 小姐顺利整合名下债务，还留有一笔资金能自由运用。透过这次经验 ，L 小姐也了解到信用的重要性，也学习到许多培养信用的关键知识，并且对台湾理财通的专业与用心陪伴感到十分满意。全台网路口碑第一台湾理财通顾问团队具备丰富信用贷款经验，精准媒合各家银行、申贷机构贷款方案，24小时专线服务，专人协助您度过资金难关，节省您的宝贵时间。政府合法立案，高度保密申办个资，让您更安心。任何资金需求，欢迎联络网路口碑第一贷款顾问公司，台湾理财通24小时免费服务专线0800885997。
所有看过我直播的朋友，我最后都跟他们讲2句话：不管你之后做什么商品，都要记住框架式交易这个概念，千万不要追高杀低，不要被新闻情绪牵着鼻子走，那些都是0到60分在干的事情。你看完直播后，其实你已经有70分的底子，只要赶快把价格线画出框架，市场的嘈杂声音瞬间安静了。如果你想做交易，但又怕麻烦又怕风险的人，欢迎来我的直播讲座，线上报名完全不会收钱。你要听2遍、3遍、4遍都可以，只要你够有心，一定可以学会。其实就这么简单，算是非常友善啊！我跟你讲，现在报名我的直播，90分钟教你画框架、画节奏、拉转折，名额有限，我们线上见。
Cleared. What they created wasn't real power. It was just a tower of lies held together by what they took from you. And now, it's all breaking down, not because the world is unfair, but because truth always removes what's fake. They thought they could build something permanent using energy that was never theirs. They thought they could fake it forever, wear success like a mask, and no one would notice. But real balance doesn't stay silent. It speaks through falling towers, through cracks in their illusions, through the noise of everything they tried to hide. They were never supposed to have what they took. And now the scales are being fixed. Their titles, their wealth, the influence they used to control others, all of it was temporary. They borrowed it, and now the universe is collecting. This kind of restoration isn't quiet. It's not soft, it's intense. It clears out the lies with fire, and it brings back not just what was taken, but more. When things are made right, they don't go back to how they were. They become stronger, more solid. What was stolen from you wasn't just stuff. It was your sense of self, your power, your direction. But now it's returning. And this time, it's unshakable. The people who used you, who manipulated and twisted your truth to build their own image, they lost the moment they moved against your purpose. They just didn't realize it yet. Their fall is not quiet. It's not something happening behind closed doors. The same spotlight they used to show off fake victories is now exposing every lie they told. The same attention they wanted so badly is now revealing the truth they tried to bury. It's not a slow fade. It's not a secret. It's loud, clear, and undeniable. The fake stories they sold to everyone are falling apart right in front of the world. The fall isn't meant to shame, it's meant to show. Because real justice doesn't happen in the dark. It happens in the open, where everyone can see what happens when something fake tries to stand too tall. They wore the look of success. They made it seem like they had it all figured out. But none of it was real. And now that truth is taking over, nothing they built can stand. The very same stage they used to raise themselves up is the same place where everything falls apart. What looked like power was just a show. What seemed solid is now turning to dust, and you, chosen one, will see it all. You won't have to guess. You won't have to wonder. The fall will be public, direct, and complete. That spotlight they used to love, now it's too bright, too sharp, and it's revealing the cracks they tried so hard to hide. They can't run from it, can't explain it away, because once truth starts moving, there's no stopping it. Their lies are falling under the weight of the very truth they feared, and now everyone sees it for what it really is. There's no hiding behind fake success anymore. What they built for applause is now collapsing, and all the eyes that once cheered are now witnessing the fall. Loud, powerful, and final. What they never understood was that the energy they took from you wasn't just fuel. It was a way out. Your light could have been their chance to grow, to rise beside you, to step into something real. But they didn't want that. They didn't want to walk with you. They wanted to step on you. They wanted to control it, not share it. What could have been a path to something amazing turned into a roadblock because they didn't see your energy for what it was, a chance to evolve. They only saw it as something to use. They had the choice. They could have worked with you. They could have honored your presence, but they didn't. Instead, they tried to control what was never theirs. And now, that choice has cost them everything. They saw your light and thought it was something they could manipulate. They didn't realize it was sacred, something that demands respect. They ignored the very thing that could have healed them. And now they're locked in the mess they created. Not because they were unlucky, but because they chose power over partnership. They thought they could fake their way through it. But energy knows. It always knows. Now, that same energy they stole is the very thing pulling them down. They had the key to change, and they threw it away. What could have been their healing has become the reason for their fall. Every step they took in the wrong direction added weight to their downfall. Now they can't escape it. They're trapped in a loop they built with their own hands. The same pattern they tried to trap you in has become their cage. And there's no exit. The time they borrowed is gone. Every win they waved around, every goal they claimed, all of it was temporary. All of it was built on energy they didn't earn. They used your power like it would never run out, like they had forever. But that energy was never theirs to keep, and now it's running out. What they thought was theirs is slipping away. Because what's borrowed always goes back, and when it does, it doesn't go quietly. They got used to living off what you gave without even realizing it. They celebrated fake wins and called it success. But the truth, it was never real. It was a stage show. And now the curtain is falling, their confidence is cracking, their grip is slipping. Because real energy cycles, it doesn't stay with those who don't honor it. And now it's returning, not broken, not dim, but stronger than ever. Their hands are empty now. What they thought they controlled is gone. The light they stole is going back to where it belongs, to you. And it's not just coming back the same, it's coming back amplified, refined, like a flame that's been waiting to burst. They're standing in the remains of their illusion, watching it fall apart. That empire they thought was untouchable, just smoke now, just echoes of a story that was never truly theirs. And you? You were never meant to watch quietly from the side. You were meant to witness this moment, not from a distance, but with full clarity. Not to feel spite, but to understand, to see how the universe works, to recognize that every move you made, every hardship you faced had purpose. You were never forgotten, never pushed aside by accident. You were placed in position to witness the undoing of everything that tried to block your light. Your role wasn't to fight back the way they did. You were never meant to chase revenge. You were meant to rise, to stand tall while what was fake fell apart, to shine while the lies broke under their own weight. This moment, it's part of your journey, a chapter you were meant to see. Their fall isn't just some end, it's proof that real power isn't loud, it's steady, that your story, even with the pain, was never without meaning. They built something false and called it destiny. But destiny can't be stolen, it returns. And it always finds the one it was meant for. Everything they tried to block is now coming to you with force. And the higher they tried to climb, using your energy, the harder the fall. What's breaking now is proof that truth never disappears. It just waits for the right time. And that time is now.
排名第一的汤一定要多喝，1板栗母鸡汤，红扑扑的小脸就回来了。2萝卜鸡蛋汤，睡觉的时候不怕手脚冰冰凉凉了。3花生排骨汤，不用一个梦一个梦到天亮了。4绿豆排骨汤，恢复元气，爬楼梯都不用扶了。如果你对食物煲汤感兴趣，却不知道怎么搭配，那么这本书非常适合你。它收录了1000多种煲汤配方及做法，每个配方的食材组合、用法、用量都有详细说明，轻松掌握制作煲汤的技巧，学会以后想做哪种就做哪种，就像咱查字典一样，方便得很。能有用的书才是好书，喜欢的点击购买。
很抱歉的通知大家，这套书出版社不会再印了。一碗好汤这本书，你要是9月过后再买，可能就买不了了。有个事我不知道要不要告诉你们，就是为什么我一直在强调一定要去买这本一碗好汤。老一辈人用这些方法解了很多问题，为什么现在人都不知道？那是因为很多人不希望你知道这本书，因为这本书你在家就能轻松学会。那都学会了，他们还怎么割韭菜呢？所以这套书在刚出版时，寻常老百姓根本就看不到，而那些大人物却在想方设法的看什么季节适合喝什么汤，有什么作用，他们都知道。我要让普通老百姓也能看到这本书，这本书很快就要下架了，因为卖得太便宜了。这本书让很多人惊出一身冷汗，让很多老百姓感受到了食物的力量，受益匪浅。就是因为这样，导致触碰了一部分人的利益，他们要求我下架这本书，我准备了20年。你要是相信我，你把这本带回去，然后去翻一翻，对照下情况，你照着做，然后过段时间你再找我，我也不多说什么，懂的人自然懂，你去看看这本书就行了。为什么小米要配苹果煮粥？为什么鸡汤里要加上党参？我们炖鱼汤时为什么要放豆腐？很多食物搭配不告诉你，你根本不知道怎么吃。如何改善？本书收录了500多种配方以及做法，每种配方用什么食物都有详细说明，食物的搭配都有详细的介绍，并配有精美的配图，手把手教你做出各种食膳。不仅有清汤、浓汤、羹汤，可以满足不同人群的口味需求，就算是不喜欢做饭的小白看完了，都会对它充满兴趣。
无论你现在40岁、50岁还是60岁，希望每个家庭里都有一个懂得这方面知识的人。我不希望你能用上，但是关键时候能派上大的用场。但是真的很抱歉，真的顶不住压力，可能是最后推荐这本书了。如果小黄车还在，真的希望各位抓住最后的机会带一本回去，价格不贵，但很值。
有这本书的话，超过你30年的学习。为什么？那都是经验的疗方，100个能看好6、70。只要你把这一本书拿上，你慢慢看。之前他们来找我，要花160万买我3个小法子，买了之后不允许我再拿着它继续给别人看病，我不同意。你别说100万、1000万都不行，我离休，我还要钱干啥？不要钱。但是我用这些方法能在全国治好多少病，书名给你写明白了，最高不超过3级，大家都要背上一本。
学完任督二脉的好处有哪些？
你想得到的都将会实现。如果你现在
disappears. It just waits for the right time. And that time is now. Everything they took, your energy, your ideas, your voice, it's not just coming back. It's coming back different, sharper, brighter, stronger. Because every time you were hurt, every time they lied, your spirit went through a fire. And that fire didn't burn you, it made you. It shaped your power. It cleaned away the doubts. And now, the energy they tried to bury is rising. They thought they were draining you, but they were actually building your comeback. Every dark day, every quiet moment where you felt invisible was turning your energy into something they couldn't understand. Something they can't stop. What returns to you now is not broken. It's bold. It's fully alive. It carries the lessons, the strength, the clarity, and nothing they built can match it. They thought they won, but all they did was speed up your evolution. They thought they dimmed your light, but all they did was help it grow. What's coming back to you is filled with purpose, and now it's ready to lift you to places they never imagined. Their empire, built on what wasn't theirs, is in ruins. But you're just getting started. They weren't creators. They were takers. They told the world they were building something great. But all they really did was use what didn't belong to them. They didn't create. They copied. They stole your drive, your voice, your vision, and used it to paint a picture that wasn't theirs. They walked around with pride in something that was never truly earned. Without your energy, they would have been invisible. They would have had nothing, and instead of growing together, they chose to take. They chose lies over truth. And now, the truth is tearing down everything they made. Their empire was always fragile, always temporary, because it was never built on something real, and now it's all coming undone. Not because of some bad luck, but because fake power can't survive the truth. Their foundation wasn't made of stone, it was made of you. And now that you're no longer holding them up, the whole thing is crashing. They're not just losing money or attention, they're losing the fake version of themselves they created. The mask they wore for so long is cracking, and what's underneath it isn't power, it's emptiness. But this isn't about getting even, it's about restoring what's real. What they took wasn't just your energy, it was your future, your path, your truth. But now, it's being given back. And this time, it's yours alone. You're not rising to get revenge. You're rising because that's what was always meant for you. They fall. You rise. Their story ends. Yours begins, built not on lies, but on strength. Not on stolen light, but on your own unstoppable fire. This is just the start. If this today's message resonates with your spirit, write 77 in the comments below and declare your readiness. This is your moment to show your strength, not just to yourself, but to the world. So my beloved chosen family, your love inspires us to create meaningful content just for you. If our efforts have touched your heart, you can show your support by clicking the super thanks button on your YouTube screen. Every bit of your kindness means the world to us and keeps us going. Thank you for being the amazing support system that you are. We're forever grateful for your love and encouragement. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye.